Okay, so now that you took the time to try labeling the other three types of angles, let's go ahead and check. So for alternate interior, taking a look, letting L be your transversal, then one pair of alternate interior could be angles 2 and 11. And then still using angle L as your transversal, another pair of alternate interior angles could be angle 4 and angle 9. If you use M as your transversal, you could have alternate interior angles be 8 and 13. Still using M as your transversal, 6 and 15 are also alternate interior. If you use J as your transversal, then a pair of alternate interior could be 3 and 6. Still using J as your transversal, 4 and 5 are also alternate interior. And then lastly, if you use K as your transversal, you could have 11 and 14 as alternate interior. And you could also have 12 and 13. So I listed all of them so that you are able to check your work and make sure you're on the right track for alternate interior angles. Now I'm going to do the same thing for alternate exterior. I'm going to start with L as my transversal. Then alternate exterior would be 3 and 10. And then 1 and 12. Moving over to M as my transversal, alternate exterior could be 7 and 14. You could also have 5 and 16. Using J as my transversal, alternate interior angles could be 1 and 8. You could also have 2 and 7. And then if you use K as your transversal, 10 and 15 are alternate interior. As well as 9 and 16. So again, any of those would work for alternate exterior. It just depends on what you're using as the transversal. And you could use any of those lines, L, M, K, or J, as your transversal. Okay, then consecutive interior. So remember, consecutive interior have to be on the same side of the transversal and inside the other two lines. So using L again to start, 2 and 9 are consecutive interior. Also, 4 and 11 are consecutive interior. If you use M as your transversal, angles 6 and 13 are consecutive interior. And 8 and 15 are also consecutive interior. If you use J as your transversal, 3 and 5 are consecutive interior. And then 4 and 6 are also consecutive interior if J is your transversal. And then finally, you could use K as your transversal. So 11 and 13 would be consecutive interior. And finally, 12 and 14 are consecutive interior. So again, I just listed all of them so that you are able to check your work since you did this first on your own. Same thing for corresponding angles. There's more than just the ones I listed, but you really only had to fill in 5 corresponding angles from the diagram. Okay. So this is page 29 in your notes. And then just don't forget to complete the Desmos assignment. You can begin that now if there's still time remaining. Otherwise, you do need to complete it for homework. And make sure you sign in to the Desmos using your Westchester Area School District Google, what am I trying to say? Your Westchester Area School District Google account. So that way I can see your name and give you points for completing it.